Mom, this is What Would You Say To series by Joshua Chevron. What would you say to the Duke of Cambridge, Prince William? The challenge for Wills at the moment is to not put his hand up for everything. He might feel like he needs to compensate for the change in life approach of his brother, but he needs to reflect on a few fundamental principles. The exclusivity of his contact has value for those he contacts with. He will recall his mother always engaged on projects that she was passionate about, and that passion and enthusiasm was part of the charm and magic for engaging on those charities, those causes, or on those projects. It's easy to feel like you've got a contribution to make, and it's also easy to forget what a privilege and honour it is to undertake some of the roles and opportunities that become available to you. Maintaining that sense of privilege and honour to serve is what keeps us humble. I'm sure Wills has some private thoughts about developments with his brother, Prince Harry. Harry has made choices about how he wants to live his life for the time being. It is important to remember that purpose, mission, or sense of self can drive life choices for individuals, and life choices are not always permanent. I would say to Wills that it is important that he keeps a bridge to his brother as best he can, and that the inclusiveness he's always shown towards his brother is maintained. Wills does a magnificent job. He's nurturing a wonderful family and has great support from the Duchess, who in her own right is starting to emerge with her own set of choices and her own areas of interest. And I would only encourage her to further engage in those areas to both strengthen the impact of her duties and strengthen the resilience and sustainability of her family and her children's future. Nobody thinks that Wills's past has been necessarily easy, and throughout it all he has maintained a grace and a dignity and a dedication which many find remarkable in one so young and who has had to face so many adversities. I think quietly behind the scenes, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall have done a fine job in providing some insights and some guidance. And of course, we all know Wills has great respect for yourself. I would tell him to make sure he keeps some time for himself in terms of the interests and passions that build and sustain him. I would tell him that it is natural to think and contemplate on his mother's legacy regularly, and I think it is critical that he finds his place and the direction that he wants to go, and finds a vision for himself within a structure which provides opportunity but also has limitations. I think Wills is taking on some wonderful opportunities in terms of sport, which has an impact on the community. His work in mental health is defining a generation's response to issues that have been taboo, and his general thrust of communication in times of crisis and reaching out to people is a remarkable example to you, to us, and to everybody. All I can say in conclusion is love you, brother.